This is cozy. Well, you should feel at home then. Make yourself comfortable. We'll be in here for a minute. Normally I would use a quick quote squeal, but I've been informed that we're not able to use magic on the premises temporarily. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Curious? Too bad. If you hear anything, though, you let me know. Oh, well, where are my manners? The charismatic quartet. I'm Rita Skeeter. It's nice to meet you. Though, I write for the Daily Prophet. You know that, though, don't you? It's you we don't know. Me, myself, and I want to know. Not to mention my rabbit readers. So, let's get started, shall we? We're going to have to do this old school, I'm afraid. Let me just get my quill here. Sit, make yourself comfortable. Homey, is it not? Oh, where is my quill? This wouldn't be a problem if I could use my quick quill squeal. Oh, here we are. And my book here. Oh, and of course, how about a little treat? Candy? I'll just set it here for you then. Listen, I want you to feel comfortable with me, all right? That way you can share your most intimate of details and know that you are safe with me and my readers. All right. After all, you're the juicy news. You're who they all want to know about. How you broke the law, the rules. Oh, I know. Enough of that, though. Let's get started, shall we? We haven't got all day. Now, we'll start with you. Let me take a closer look at you here. What lies beneath those rosy cheeks? That tousled, messy hair? And beneath those muscles? Right. We'll make sure we get a photo of you after. With the other three, of course. Now, I do have some questions for you of my own. And then I also have some questions for my rabid readers. They're quite fascinated with you. You have quite the audience already at such a young age. So, are you ready? Well, for your first interview, I'm sure there'll be many more of us getting together in your future. If you live, of course. So, let's see here. Here you sit. A mere feeble person. Right. A mere weak student. Preparing for your first tournament. About to compete against 3 students who not only are vastly more mature than you, but they've mastered spells that you can't even dream of in your dizziest daydreams. Concerned? How does that make you feel? Right. that they're more vastly trained than you. How does it feel to be the weaker of the students? The one, how you would say, underdog? Right. Oh, please don't feel at all inferior with my line of questioning. I'm just trying to get to the nitty-gritty of what the audience would like to know about you. After all, you are the juicy gossip. So, all right. Right. Well, that's because you've been told you're above ordinary your whole life. Yes. All of these people around you filling your head with big dreams, big ambitions, big stories. It's bound to make anyone's ego inflate. Or at least allow them to feel stronger on the inside than they truly are. Ah. Now, where was I? Have you found any clues to your most recent puzzle? And what is the current puzzle you are working on? What can you tell us about it? Leaving the readers on the edge of their seats? Intriguing. It'll keep them chomping at the bit. Now, how do you feel about your other, let's say, challengers, opponents, enemies? Right, your friends. Let's avoid calling them your friends. You know, one of you is bound to get hurt, die. That's how things go in these kinds of tournaments. So, let's just call them your opponents, shall we? Wonderful. Now, who do you think is your strongest competition? Who do you see the most trouble against? Is it that Cedric fella? He is quite cunning, I hear. Right. Now, looking over my notes here. Let's get to the nitty-gritty, shall we? Do you think it was the trauma of your past that made you so keen on entering such a dangerous and overwhelming tournament that you're bound to lose? Oh, everyone loves a heart-wrenching story. And everyone loves a rebel. I'll scratch that from the record. Oh, but of course, it's our secret. Now, moving on here. Just relax. You're doing great for your first interview. Have a candy. Go on. It really helps loosen people up. After all, they're loosened lozenges. The Daily Prophet would like to know more about your wand. May I see it? Come on now, Harry. May I see it? Perfect. Marvelous. I had a trip to Ollivander's before this. He told me the phoenix feather that lies in your wand gave one other feather. I think you know where this is going. Don't know what I'm referring to. You can keep your secrets for now, but light always shines in the dark, I'm afraid. There you are. Oh, no rush, we're almost done. Just have a seat there. Let's see here. This process could be far quicker if I could use my quick wit's quill. But since I'm handwriting, you'll just have to be patient. Almost done. Speaking of your parents, do you think that they would be proud or concerned? Well, how do you think they'd feel knowing that your attitude at best is a pathological cry for attention and at worst a psychotic need of death? Just merely asking a question, dear. Well, anyone can see by looking at you that your eyes are glistening with the ghost of your past. Yes. Tragic. Very well. Let's ask some reader questions, shall we? It says here, have you always dreamt of being in this tournament? Right, and how do you feel about being in this tournament? Scared? Afraid? Welcoming the sweet embrace of death? If you win, what will you do with your added fame? I mean, what do you really gain from winning this tournament? You already have fame, money. The others really could have used it. Do you find yourself appearing selfish or prideful? Needing to be more famous than others or thinking you're better than them? Right, of course, of course. Jumping to conclusions? No chance. Do you think you were sorted into the correct house? Well, one could say that you have personality traits similar to that of a Slytherin. I see. So you don't believe you're cunning and ambitious in looking for power? Right. Of course not. You wouldn't do that. Almost finished, yeah. You can't rush perfection. After all, there's so many questions. I need to know you better than you know yourself. Is there any good Gryffindor gossip you can share with us? The who's who on the upcoming. Who's dating who? I heard that young Hermione has been seen with you. Young love, may chance? If everything goes unfortunately today, you two may be even making the front page. Oh, come now. We all see the way you look at each other. The way she met up with you in the tent, yes? Right, of course not. Just friends. Star-crossed lovers, may chance. Oh, perhaps a love triangle with the Weasley boy? Right. Of course not. I did hear through the grapevine that Victor Crumb has a potential crush on Hermione. How does that make you feel? It's tragic. Do you think that you'll make it to the next stage? Yes. Was it hard for you to solve the first riddle? Right. If you didn't put the name in the goblet, who do you think did? Oh, come now, you must have some sort of guess on how you got around the spell that was supposed to be enchanting it. Do you think Dumbledore's getting weaker? Of course not. I'm just asking. Well, let's move on, shall we? I can see things are getting a little heated. Do you have a date to the ball coming up? Not yet. Playing hard to get, are we? Leveraging your newfound fame? Are you going to use your win in the next round to try to secure the date of your dreams? Well, let's see here. And how do your friends and colleagues and students feel about you being in the tournament when you really are not qualified? Oh, I could imagine you've gained quite the enemies. People jealous that you were able to enter your name and they were not. Suppose you've grown quite hated, haven't you? I don't mean to pry. Very well. I got what I need. I appreciate your cooperation. That'll be good for now. I hope to be seeing you again soon. Do be a dear and don't run out. We do still need to get a photo of you in the charismatic quartet. So. You're on back, I'm afraid. Wonderful. Any last treats? I suppose we should be going. Don't forget, it's Rita Skeeter. Call me if you have anything to tell me. And let's be off, shall we? Come. Jonathan Jimenez Mujica. Red Rose. John Newland. Liam Benjamin Rolfe. Jaco 92279. Gojira Titan. Lamar Doss. Airy. YOLO Bro 006. Aggie. August Stafford. Waifus for Lifeu. The Baxman. Walter Schultz. Jay. Conductor. Scott. Wicked